Hi, it's Chris from the Beer Temple. We're doing something a little bit different today. Max, who's holding the camera right now, and I had an idea to do a little experiment about aging. We did one with long-term aging with Bell's Expedition Stout. This is a little different. This is how does aging a beer, a hoppy beer, cold versus warm, affect it. We are big proponents of serving beer and selling beer as best it can possibly show, and fresh beer is very important, but I would say equally important is how the beer is stored. So what we have here is 3 different batches of tuna from Half Acre. It's a hoppy pale ale from Half Acre, and I just got my little cheat sheet here. So we have one that just came in for us recently. We got it in about a week ago. So essentially, let me start over. We bought some beer at the beginning of November, the same beer, tuna, at the beginning of November, beginning of December, and beginning of January. With the stuff that we bought in the past, we took some of it and stored it warm, and some of it and stored it cold. So we have essentially beer from, and the beer that we got in was a month old when we got it. So what we got in November was almost exactly a month old. What we got in December was like 5 weeks old. What we just got in was incredibly fresh. So we're drinking stuff that is like 2 weeks old for the fresh. So that's really good. The reason I say that is, you know, the beers that we got when they were already a month old when we got them in, we're hoping that the beer distributor stored the beer cold. We don't know. Either way, it's apples to apples. So essentially what I'm going to do here is just go through the beers, how they smell, and then try to not guess the dates, but just kind of give my personal preference for how they are. So I'll just start this way to that way, my right to my left. So this beer here is really aromatic. It jumps out of the glass. It's got really nice fruity quality to it. Very hoppy. Nice light crackery malt. Beautiful beer. Got a nice light bitterness to it. Very, very good. It tastes exceptional. If I got a tuna like this, I'd be very happy. This one smells nice. It has a little bit more of a biscuity malt character. Some of that kettle hop still does come through, but it's a little muted. This one I can smell right off the bat. Has very little hop aroma. There is some oxidative qualities to it, a little bit papery smelling. Not a bad beer, but you know, the hop presence on this beer is significantly diminished on this guy, and in addition to that, there's these oxidative off flavors that are kind of now starting to enter into it. This beer, to me, is kind of a combination of here and here. It's not as bad. There's a little bit of oxidative quality, but there's still some hop. It's malty. Fine beer does not jump out of the glass, though. And here, really aromatic. The most aromatic since this one. A little bit more of like a papaya thing I'm getting. Excellent. This is awesome as well. I love the integration of the hops and the malt on this one. It's just a really refined tasting beer. This one's definitely hoppier. I think I actually prefer this one. I'm gonna go 1 here and 2 here. I think I'll go 3, 4, and 5. Let me just double check these two. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I got confused. Okay. That's what I meant. Is that kind of what I was saying, Mac? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the order I would go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my personal preference. So now on the bottom of the can is where the info is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just go in order of my personal preference. So we've got, this is the fresh one. There you are. So a 2-week-old beer right there. This one almost to me was, I thought hoppier. I thought this might have been the fresh one. This was, there's no mark on it though. It says 128 on this guy. Oh, 1028.
That's the cold storage.
Cold storage. Got it. Okay. Cold stored. And then, so this is the month-old cold stored.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's at this point a month and a half in cold storage. Tastes phenomenal. Canned 1028. It is 115 now. Wow. Okay. This guy is 10.3.
Cold storage also.
Cold storage. Okay. How do you know which one's cold storage?
The warm has warm written on them.
Oh, got it. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. And then this guy was warm from 1028, so month-old warm, and 1003 warm. So, without a question, the month-old tasted better than the month-old cold. The month-old cold is better than the month-old warm. 2 months cold tasted better than 1 month warm. So that does not surprise me at all. I'm guessing it doesn't surprise Max at all. That is why it's really important to store beer properly. Just how old the beer is not does not tell the whole story. I could tell there was a difference between these two. I'm sure a more refined palate or somebody more familiar with the beer could have picked them out. But honestly, if either of these had been the fresh one, I would not have been overly surprised. So here we go. We've got a 5-week, or how old is this beer? 2.5 month old.
Yeah.
Tastes excellent. And this beer has been kept cold since the moment we got it. 1.5.
Yeah.
1.5. So it was, 11. So wait, it was from 1028? 1128, 1228, no,
yeah.
2.5 months old. 2.5 months old. But kept cold, exceptional. So hopefully you like that. Let us know what you think. At some point we'll do this in the near future, in the next couple days. We'll open another set of these. We have more, and you guys can try them out for yourself and see. But just remember, dates aren't the only thing. It's how is your shop or where you're buying your beer care for the beer. Is it kept in the warehouse or in their back room warm and then just put in the fridge right at the last second? Those are the things you got to kind of think about, especially with these lighter hoppy beers. I know it's a little bit longer of a video. Don't know if we'll make an Instagram story of this one or not. But thanks, guys. This was a fun experiment for us. So there you have it.